Welcome back, Entertainment Daily Lovers. So, today on this video, we are going to be talking about a former famous, well known, and respected Nollywood actor called Yul Edochie. But now he is no longer respected. He is now someone that anyone can make caricature of. He's lost his respect. People don't see him the way they used to see him. And I'm going to explain all of that to you in a bit. But yeah, he did an interview that is actually going viral right now. And he made some statements on that interview that got tongues wagging, where he said a man can actually get married 50 times. Let's get right into that video. Okay, so welcome. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube, follow us on Facebook if you enjoy celebrity gist and trending news. Okay, so let's dive right into this video right about now. Yul Edochie is actually someone that was actually respected. He was a very talented and good actor. And I'm using the word was because if you see his movies lately, it's no longer given the way he used to also. So I feel like he's not only been distracted by just one thing but so many things that he doesn't have his act together anymore, and he's not doing as good as he used to. In That's my opinion. Drop your own opinion in the comment section. So Yul Edochie is someone that did several interviews throughout his acting. He's still an actor, but throughout his acting career, let's put it that way, when he was someone that people respected and enjoyed watching his movies, seeing him on a poster, you want to watch because yes, he's going to deliver. He knew how to interpret his roles very well. So Yul Edochie would always grant interviews where he would speak about his family. They'll ask him about his life, acting career, family, and whatnot. And he kept singing praises about his wife, May Yul Edochie. That's a whole lot of people got to know about that woman. Okay, the woman that was his wife then, but now the divorce is in process that he's running away from. So everybody, she never showed herself so much, but once in a while you will see her. He will post about her, praising her, talking about how good wife she was. So he introduced her to us people on social media, the general public. And then fast forward, one day we woke up to hear 17 years later, Yul has gotten a strange woman outside pregnant in the name of Judy Austin, and they're expecting their first child. And the next thing we're hearing that he's married. Someone else came out saying he has two wives, telling his first wife to Sukani K. That simply means calm down. And the first wife said, I'm not going to be numbered. I'm not doing this with you. And that's how she left the marriage. But this man has been preaching about polygamy. And since then, he has been saying a whole lot of stuff. So this doesn't even come to me as a surprise that this man comes out granting an interview and saying a man can be married. If you're married once, things are not working, you can go, leave that marriage. If you meet someone else, marry the person. If the second marriage is not working, go marry a third person. And I see that some persons think that Yul is actually insinuating that he's trying to bring in a second wife, but I don't think that is what he's trying to say. If you ask me, in my own opinion, I think what Yul is trying to say is just because I'm married to Judy Austin today does not mean that the same breakfast that I served to May, I will not serve the same breakfast to Judy. If she doesn't cooperate, if she will not do things the way I want, if I feel like, okay, I'm done with this, because in his mind now, women are something that he can just use and dump and change. Just the way you wear clothes, you're sweating or it's dirty, you take it off, you throw on a new shirt, you go wash the one. Do you understand? That's how you views women. Okay, that's how he views the women that he wants to call his wife. Okay, so it simply means that if Judy will not follow through everything that you want her to do, because he sees himself as the almighty and everything that you must obey, and you cannot have a word of your own, you cannot have a mind of your own, you cannot think for yourself. He has to do the thinking for you. He has to make all the decision because he's a man. There are some men that thinks that way. That's how they behave. So if that happens, he is going to actually pick up a third wife, because right now he's on his second. So that's what he was trying to say when he said a man can be married 50 times. But the problem is not for a man to be married 50 times, but when you get to the point where you've been married once and then it didn't work, and then you're married again and then it didn't work, and then you're married the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time, or how many times, it simply means that the problem is not with the women that you were married with. The problem is actually with you that cannot hold down a relationship. So you might come out trying to say, well, if you're in a relationship and it is not working very well, you can just go on and get another wife, go ahead and marry another wife. It simply means that there is something wrong with you. Instead of you looking outward, try to look inward and find out, what is that thing that is wrong with me? What is that thing that is missing in my life? And you try to figure it out. And if you can figure that out, fix it. If you need to go for counseling, if you need help, go ahead and do all of that and get yourself in a better place. But you, Ledoche, will never ever see that. Yul has been hinting from the beginning that his first wife, May Edochie, the woman that he was married to, the very first woman that he has 4 children with, that the woman did a whole lot of things that were not good. But if that is the case, the question I want to ask right now is, why has you not actually stopped to say, okay, this is the time for me to grant this divorce? From divorce papers that we saw, you can tell that, oops, noise, from divorce papers that we the court case and whatnot that we know, you can tell that Yul has been procrastinating from the beginning. We heard that when they were looking, when May filed and they were looking to serve him, he was nowhere to be found. And that begs me to ask the question, if this woman is such a terrible person that you feel like you want to distance yourself, shouldn't you be the one running to court trying to, get the divorce and done with, so you can go your way and she goes her way? But they were looking for you to serve you, they didn't find you. Okay, finally somehow they were able to get you and serve you the papers. Why is this thing still lingering in court? It's almost like you wants to just waste the time of his ex-wife, and while he is already married. And remember, when he went to court, even though he has 2 children with the second wife, he did not claim that woman in court. He said he's not married, that everything they were doing online, they are both actors. Yes, he's right that they're both actors. They're both Nollywood actors, himself and his second wife. That they were doing skits. People would do all these skit makers that would do skits and post it on social media. That's what himself and that woman Judy Austin was doing, which we all know that is not true. Because how do you go from acting, because that's what it is, when you're doing skit, you're also acting. So how do you go from acting to having 2 full-fledged children that are yours biologically? Because if you ask me, when people act, the pregnancy, the children, it's fake, it's not real. The children that they use is not children that the 2 people that are playing the part of a couple in a movie had together. So how do you explain that you have children together? But this man will not keep quiet, do the right thing, and just let the ex-wife be. And this man's story reminds me a lot about JD's story, Justin Dinkora Obidi's case, where you see that these men keep talking, they will keep bad mouthing the women, but at the same time, when you look at the women and look at them, it is them that is actually telling you that these people are so terrible, these women are so terrible, they treated them so bad in the marriage and everything. But you find out that it's still them that will not let these women rest. When you don't like someone, when you can't stand someone, you avoid the person, you don't talk about the person, you don't want to concern yourself with anything that concerns the person. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you.